Yes guys, we're back with Match Day. You know what? 5 seconds to find out what match day we're on, just so you remember, and you know, just I want to hear your thoughts. Put it in the comments below. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Time's up. Now we're on match day 7. I know it's been a long time since, not a long time, but we've been doing this for quite a while now, and I've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I want to do a lot more in the future. And please subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of these match reviews or any of the videos that I do on my channel. But today guys, we only have 6 matches to do. I know, I'm sorry, you know, just didn't quite kind of get like around to doing all of them, but I will be doing all of them for match day 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, all of them. I will hopefully get every single match done. Only today is a one-off, I'm sorry, you know, but yeah, we're gonna get into it and, you know, see what the Premier League has got for us today. So let's start off with Man United, who played Arsenal, and this ended at a 1-1 draw, and this was actually a really good game for a goalkeeper who hasn't had the best end of seasons last season and not a great start of the season this season. GEA. He hasn't really done enough for his team, but he's also had a really hard time with Man U's team actually not being at the right level to be in the Premier League. But at the same time, he did make a really good double save, and on the other side, stood his ground very well, but is very, very unlucky that he conceded because of Man United's defensive errors. And that's kind of unlucky because they're giving the ball away and it's just straight on goal. Easy like to put it away for Aubameyang, and you know, 1-0. McTominay also scored with a really good goal. But on the other side with Leno, he did pull off a couple of saves, you know, nothing really great, just you know, just a little bit of a scare at the back. But overall, he had a decent game, decent performance, and I think Man U could have taken a little bit more from the game, even though like Arsenal did have a really good they did have a really good press and they did have a really good attack, but Man U dealt with it really well. Now Leicester played Newcastle, and this ended at a whopping 5-0 for Leicester, with Vardy scoring twice, Ricardo scoring, an own goal from Dummett, and also Ndidi scoring. Really good for him. And overall, Schmeichel literally had nothing to do. He could have set up a table, set up a chair, and just had a cup of tea and just enjoyed watching the game. He had nothing to do all game, like nothing. He didn't even need to get changed. Like, what was the point? Just arrive in your suit, just sit on the pitch, you know, wave to the fans, and then just enjoy watching. He was a spectator. That's what it was. But with Newcastle and Dubravka, he had a nightmare. He had an absolute dreadful game. I mean, the first goal, can't really blame him for that. Second goal, I'm thinking he really should have kept that out because it was this near post, and you know, everybody says, oh, keeper's got to have it at the near post, and he just didn't get it. So, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, Newcastle just wasn't the point anymore. Like Leicester just started scoring goals for fun, just like Man City did to Watford. I mean, it was disgraceful. But yeah, overall, Schmeichel nothing to do, and Dubravka had everything to do. So now our next match is Manchester City, who played Everton, and as you saw last week when they absolutely destroyed Watford, like destroyed Watford, they did pick up another win at Everton with 3-1 victory, with Jesus scoring, Mara scoring, and Sterling scoring. And Sterling's goal was actually quite extraordinary because he's pulled back and he's hit the crossbar and it's bounced behind the line and then come back out, meaning there's another save, and then Pickford makes another save, but the referee knew as soon as he kicked it and hit the crossbar and hit the line, knew that he went in. VAR just went over it just to check, and it was a goal, so that's kind of unlucky for Pickford. But on the other side with Edison, did make a couple good saves. He has made quite a few 1v1 saves to keep Man City in the game when they've been sloppy or their poor defending has come into action, and he's just always been there to like kind of like save the day, and you know, you got to give him credit for that. So you know, should we do it again? You know, gotta give him that. And yeah, overall, decent game, decent performance, and I think it deserved 3 points. Now coming up next, we've got Tottenham, who played Southampton. 2 sides from a completely different side of the Premier League table, but you know, and Ndombele scored and Kane scored with, you know, really good goals, but also quite average at the same time. You know, really well worked by Tottenham, and Southampton just couldn't deal with it. I think maybe Gunn should have saved it, but at the same time, it was so close and so fast, he just couldn't react. But it was all going well, you know. There was a nice breeze. There was, you know, there was 3 points on the table. But then the ball gets passed back to LLORIS. Everything's just calm, you know. Tottenham fans just sitting back, just like, he's got this. But then Then, what does he go to do? He thinks he can be smart and goes to drag the ball back, but absolutely fails. Like, if you haven't seen it, like, if you are going to attempt something like that, you cannot get it wrong because he's this close from his own goal line. If you get it wrong, and he did, and Ings just put it in the back of the net and just made him look so dumb, just so stupid. And you know, you can't do it. Like, if you're gonna do that, try and pull it off. At least get it right. Like, come on, it's just making you look so stupid. But I'm not gonna dwell on that for ages because we all make mistakes, and you know, you don't need to keep on bragging about it or going on about it because I don't think he wants it. Or because if I was him and I just did that, the last thing I need is somebody telling me that why were you doing that or something like that. So you know, just move on to the next game, and let's just see if they can pull out a win. They did get the 3 points, and yeah, overall decent game, decent performance for both teams. Southampton had a good go at it, even though Tottenham are a really good side, but just couldn't come out with the 3 points. Moving on to Liverpool, who played Sheffield United, and this game was so kind of like strange because Liverpool, they're at the top of the table, but they were tested so well by Sheffield United, who have just come into the Premier League, and they had a really good go at Liverpool, and Liverpool just had so many, not errors, but Sheffield really given a real go at their goal, and Adrian made a couple good saves to tip it round the post and just to get it in his hands. But the goal that Liverpool did score did end the game at a 1-0 victory due to the fact that basically the ball comes over, Wijnaldum shoots on the volley, it's across the floor, Henderson, you know, comes to scoop it up, but it goes through his legs. I mean, what do you have to say about that? I mean, it's a mistake. You know, we all like, sometimes we all make it, and it's just so annoying for them because they fought so hard through the game. They thought they might just grab a point from it, but in the end, it all came down to a mistake by their goalkeeper. And you know, he's had a really good season so far, and when you think about it, you could make 6 worldies and then 1 mistake, but people will always remember you for the mistake. So obviously, it's not good for him. But I think he'll still do well in the season, and Sheffield will pick up some more points because they're doing really well so far. And let's hope that both teams, you know, they do well, especially Sheffield United. Now moving on, Chelsea played Brighton, and this ended at a 2-0 victory to Chelsea, with Tammy Abraham not scoring, which is quite surprising, but Jorginho scoring with a penalty, and also Willian. Now, this game was just a one-sided game. It was just all Chelsea, all game through. I don't think Kepa had a single save to make, maybe one save which was straight into him, but he wasn't really tested enough. And Ryan he was on game. It would have been a very, very high score game if Ryan didn't make the saves he did, because there would have been own goals, there would have been, you know, goals galore going on. But obviously Ryan was alert, made quite a few saves overall in the second half, made up to 7 to 11 saves just in the second half. Overall the game, he probably made up to 20, but you never know. But obviously he had a really good game, and you know, you got to give him a lot of credit for, you know, keeping the ball out of the net quite a few times. And you know, hopefully Brighton will get a couple more points in the future. Good luck. Now, before we end this video, I just want to say my goalkeeper of the week, and this is one who, you know, as I said in the video, hasn't had the greatest of ends of the season last season, and not the greatest of starts, but he did have a really good performance at Arsenal, and, you know, I think he deserves it, and this is David De Gea. Come on, give him a round of applause, please. But guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Can't even end the video properly. Please subscribe, click that like button, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos that I post on my channel. And I'll see you next time.